Well, hello and welcome to this educational crash course video where you, the viewer, will be educated in Latin American independence movements, from the Haitian sugar crop fields filled with angry slaves to the righteous leaders that led their people against the Spanish in the mountains and plains of South America, all the way to the Mexican priests who created uprisings to overthrow the Spanish in Mexico. We'll be going over the cause, course, and effects of the Haitian Revolution, the major South American independence movements, and the Mexican Revolution, all in this fun and entertaining video for you to make sure that you get a 90 plus on that exam. Now we're going to go to Justin now for the Haitian Revolution. Justin?
Let's start with Haiti. The colony of Saint Dominique was an enormous source of sugar for the French. Using slave labor, the French created a blooming sugar economy. At the top of the social ladder were the white French, who owned the plantations and held government titles on the capital of Port-au-Prince. Next were the freed blacks, who were majoritively mulattoes. Then there were the slaves beneath everyone, but were the majority. Dominated by the exclusive, the colony was forced to trade with France, which disregarded any chance for a better price from any other nation. During the French Revolution, the ideas of aspects of equality reached the colony for the first time. Mulattoes and slaves began the push for equality. Tired of being slaves, the slaves of the colony revolted on August 21st, 1791. The revolt was a horrendous and bloody display of slaves' lust for revenge on the French colonists. To make it worse, Great Britain declared war on France and, along with Spain, attacked the colonies and supplied the slaves with armaments. With the new government in France, Maximilian of France suspended all slavery in France and colonies. With this, many slaves joined the ranks of French to defeat the British and Spain in the colony. After the defeat of British and Spain, the blacks pushed for freedom at home. Toussaint emerged leader early in the conflict and moved to liberate the nations. He declared the nation independent for the French crown, but was captured by the French forces and died in prison. With a Napoleonic War raging in Europe, Napoleon abandoned his efforts in the colony in Haiti, was thus fourth independent nation. Haiti revealed issues that could reach other slave nations in the Americas that feared other nations of slave revolts.
Similarly to the situation in Haiti, the white Spanish peninsulares ruled the government and the social hierarchy. The Spanish dominated the lives of the Creoles and the natives. Trade was restricted to Spanish import and exports only. A sense of nationalism was growing in the countries ruled by Spain. This is what led leaders such as Simón Bolívar and José Francisco de San Martín to lead their people onto the battlefields. San Martín was a Creole born in Argentina. He had heard of revolts and movements against the Spanish crown and sought to aid in his people's struggle against the oppressors. He returned home and captured the hearts of the masses with his military strategy and conquest against the Spanish. Another leader of the revolutions was Simón Bolívar. He was also a Creole and listened to radical thinkers in Europe. He returned to South America to free his home of Venezuela. Both San Martín and Bolívar led massive conquests on Spanish forces. San Martín crossed the Andes Mountains, where about a third of his army died, misleading Spanish forces and entering Chile from Argentina.
Nick Minute.
No! No! Don't die on me! My army is fallen! Wow.
Bolívar worked in the northern parts of South America, fighting in Colombia and Venezuela. The Battle of Ayacucho was the final battle of the war, with the revolutionaries attacking from two fronts and liberating Peru, the last and largest Spanish stronghold, in 1824. And driving all Spanish from South America, giving independence to all lands previously controlled by Spain.
On to Mexico. In Mexico in the late 1700s and early 1800s, the Creole population was facing the same racism that they were facing everywhere else in the colonies. With Napoleon's invasion of Spain, the Creoles sought this opportunity to rebel and claim independence. Led by the crazed priest Hidalgo, the Grito de Dolores was the ushering of the Mexican Revolution. The revolt was a peasant revolt against the Peninsulares, but the Creoles were attacked as well. They acted the same and looked the same, so the peasants were not discriminatory. Hidalgo fought for the independence and equality of people in Mexico, though his revolts were soon quelled when the Spanish military began to fight. After Hidalgo's death, José María Morales took the role of the revolutionary leader, but since he was a Mestizo, he gained little Creole support. He created a Congress that liberated his territory from Spain into a constitutional government. Vicente Guerrero took command after Morales' execution and then led a battle until he was executed. When Spain declared that all people in the colonies were equal, the Creole population took up arms to fight off Spain to keep their way of life secure. They wanted to be at the top, and they did not like the idea of having everyone equal. Augustin Iturbide was the leader of this revolution, quote, quote. When Mexico was free from the Spanish rule under the Treaty of Cordoba, he declared himself the Mexican Emperor, until a revolt forced him to run away to Spain, and a new republic was formed in Mexico, declaring Mexico as an independent nation among the colonies and the Americas. Hooray! But as said before, it wasn't so revolutionary because the way of life was the same. So, yeah. And with that, that is the end of Latin American independence revolts. The Spanish were kicked out of Latin America, and every nation was now an independent nation. Although the revolution wasn't so revolutionary, there were still kind of military dictatorships. Even up until the 1900s, there were lots of dictatorships, but they were free from the Spanish crown, which was their original goal, so they did it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's an amazing video, and I hope I can see you next time in our next video, if there ever is one. See you, and good night.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy fruit salad.
Winner!
John C.